Update 8.10 for the finals just dropped. Of course, as per usual, we'll cover everything entailing that, or that'll also lead us onto some updates with the Grand Majors 2025, other key factors pertaining around the Grand Majors, as there is a lot happening from in-game to out-of-game, including some unique rewards and items, so we got a ton to talk about. What's up, World Utopia here, back with another video. Today we're checking out all things the final. Of course, first up here, we'll go over update 8.10, well, that's going to lead us over onto the patch notes. Now, as we can see here, nothing too crazy with this one, but we have a ton of other stuff to go over. But to cover this first, this is pertaining mostly to a store update. When they mention that Trentella is bringing only the best in terms of fashion and firepower, they also have some new Orf and Chubble cosmetics we'll go over here in a second. They also want to give a warm welcome to India, Czechia, and Peru. Those will join the rest of the calling bundles. I know a lot of people have been requesting different countries, so it seems like they're trying to get to nearly all of them. Although there is 195 different countries, so maybe not every single one will be on this list eventually. But it is nice they are trying to hit at least most of the major ones. To cover the other things on the store here now, we did get the new TGM 25 Nexus set. We also got the headliner, which is the Thrash Harvester set. As they mentioned with Orf, we have the Incendiary Pip set, which is a tiny little guy here, as you can see. They brought back the Whole-Toed Insured Driver, and two more bundles here for Trentella, the Grow Dome, that you can essentially wear with some nice animations. And then last but not least, the Gridline Line Pack. So a whole bunch of new cosmetics in the store up for grabs. On top of that, I'm going to be doing a giveaway over on my Discord. I've been hosting them basically every single week. I'll have a few more multi-buck codes to give away. And no, not V-Bucks. I understand I said that last time. I'm also going to do a pick any bundle, at least that's what I call it, where essentially people that do join up in the giveaway, I'll essentially give away any bundle on the store as long as it does have multi-bucks in it, not the essential paid ones, as it does get a little bit hard there to give those away. At least I've had issues previously because of different platforms in different regions, where it's a lot easier to just gift something that's on the store page as a multi-bucks item. That's essentially why I do it. Again, those giveaways are going to be hosted over my Discord. That wasn't all that was on the patch notes here. There was actually a TGM 25 Grand Mingle. So what is this exactly? Well, since they mentioned it is the largest event in the history of the finals so far, they are inviting you to come meet them. They're going to be at the Quality Hotel Globe on November 27th from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. with drinks, snacks, etc. So if you're interested and you're in Stockholm for the Grand Majors, you can actually fill out this form for a meetup that is available there. Cool enough here, they actually do give what to expect. Now, again, of course, it's the Quality Hotel Globe, it's called. And they also say here, yes, it is November 27th from 1800 to 2200, which is essentially 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. CET. Again, not CST, that's CET, which is the European time, so their local time over there. But they do mention that you could drop in any time between those two times. So you don't have to be there at 6 p.m. You can get there at 8 p.m. if need be. And they also give a little bit of outline what to expect here. So they say that you can grab a Red Bull and a snack while they last. Super unfortunate there. I'm guessing they just are running out of Aspus to bring. Or maybe specifically the venue does have specific sponsors there. That could actually happen. But yeah, really unfortunate. That does seem like a massive opportunity to have Aspus there. But I'm guessing given some circumstances out of their control, they probably couldn't have it at the venue. They do mention though that is while supplies last, so you do got to get there earlier if you want to have a Red Bull and a snack. Now this part though is open to everybody. You can chat with the competitors and even meet the dev team. So it does look like on top of the dev team, there's also going to be a lot of the esports teams that are available to talk to. And they do say here, anybody is invited that loves the finals and plans to attend the Grand Majors. Remember, that is in DreamHack Stockholm. So pretty cool there. If you're going to the Grand Majors, you will have to use this form in order to sign up for the meetup. It is a Google Doc. I'll link to it down below in the description. But you can also visit the website or visit the patch notes page, and it is on there as well. That actually wasn't all. And since we're on the topic of the Grand Majors, we do have this Grand Major 2025, the official talent lineup. Now, they did drop this a little while ago, but it does seem like this has been updated again. As they mentioned, the Grand Majors is basically finally here. We're narrowing down to just over a week as of today, or as of recording this video. And they do have the official lineup of hosts, casters, analysts, and the incredible talent that's going to guide you along every step. Where 16 teams will compete day 1, 8 teams will make it to day 2, and only 4 will reach the finals. And those will face off for the Grand Champion title. First off here, for the official stage host, well, it is of course Oscar. Awesome that he gets to be the main header here. They of course mentioned that Oscar's going to guide us through the action with insight and energy, and his signature warmth that he does bring every stream and event. I honestly do have to applaud Oscar there. He does a great job with the streams. So I'm really happy he's the stage host here, and it's definitely well deserved. Of course, that isn't all though. We have a ton of other studio hosts and casters to go over. We're the first one. I actually did predict this one. It is Artie IRL. Now, Artie's been involved on a lot of different esports scenes. He's done a great job across multiple games that I've actually covered, and he's done really well in some of the competitive scenes that have happened with the finals. So super happy to see him there as well. So he's going to be one of the main casters, kind of helping build the scene and pan out exactly what's happening in the game. We also next up here do have Rio, who's another caster here alongside Artie IRL. I do believe I also predicted Rio as well because he has been in the competitive scene, especially for the finals. And he actually did cover some other smaller esports orgs for the finals, I do believe. So again, they're very, very cool. He's also going to be helping build the scenario and build the scene of what's going on in the game. We still have a few more casters to go over here though. We have Sunsoyo. Behind the scenes, he actually is a co-founder of Ape Squad, which that's one of the smaller orgs that's also done some of the esports scenes for the finals, where he will be translating those split-second decisions, since he does know the scene in and out. Next up here, we do have Gary, who another one that I did pre-predict on this. They've been playing since the finals open beta, so they basically know the game in and out from the beginning. A crazy notion with Gary, he's commentated on every major community esports event, and he's even hosted some. So again, very awesome to see there. Now, last up but not least here for the casters, we do have Waltz. Now, he actually comes from a different, unique background here. He's been a lifelong fan of RTS and MOBAs, where he never thought that an FPS could capture his imagination. But from the moment he saw the creativity and strategy possible in the finals, he began to love it. Which I do think he brings a very unique set of tools to the table here. You might be thinking RTS MOBA is quite different, but there is insane strategies in those games that I actually think could pair very well in commentating for this. So cool to see the pairing there, and I definitely think Waltz will bring something very unique to the table. We still have two more people to cover here. The first one is a fellow partner and content creator for the finals. That is Neon Guts, who's going to be the broadcaster. He's going to be joining Oscar at the DreamHack stage to kind of hype up the crowd and provide colorful commentary throughout the event. Very awesome to see a fellow Embark partner up on the stage. And then last up but not least for the entire event, we do have Burrita Supreme, the Community Observer. Now you might be asking, much like myself, what is the Community Observer? And I actually had to do some digging for this, other than the small notion here that they're the talent and production manager. But essentially what this could mean is that they're sitting with the production team, or kind of the head of the production team there. The ones that are essentially running the spectator client. So they're the ones framing the action, swapping between players, setting up those big moments and replays, and essentially making sure the viewers at home do get to see the actual story of the match, where they are essentially bridging the community events and the official show together. So essentially with general production and just making sure things run smoothly, making sure the matches are lined up accordingly, that teams are in the right lobbies, etc., etc. there. But again, this is not officially noted here, but I actually was super curious on what this was as well, so I figured I'd just point out what it could potentially be leading to. Now, that wasn't all with today's update. There is one more special thing that I have to go over. And if you haven't seen already, we did get the official reveal of the finals mouse. So yes, of course, we knew they were partnering with Pulsar, but now we have the official release model, what it's going to be, which is the X2 CRAZYLIGHT. Now, there's actually two versions of this mouse. The first one did just pop up over on the merch page. Now, hold your horses there. It's actually not out just yet, so don't worry, you didn't miss anything. You can actually get notified for it now, where you can see here the Pulsar X2 CRAZYLIGHT wireless medium gaming mouse, and this is the Grand Major Edition. I actually really do like the theming on this and the colors overall. The all black or nearly all black to gray, and then a really nice gold logo here. You might be asking, when can I buy this? Well, again, it is on the website and you can notify it right now. They didn't give a specific date just yet, at least as far as I can tell. If I hear anything, of course, I will let you guys know. But you can notify yourself via the website, and you can link that directly to your email. That wasn't all though, there is one more version of this mouse. Now, this one is a special edition version of the X2 CRAZYLIGHT. It seems like as of right now, you cannot purchase this one, but it is in the full normal finals theming. You can enter the giveaway though via the Gleam link over on the Discord. I'm not going to have this link in the description, as Gleam has been known for some issues with YouTube, so just not going to have it there for those reasons. But you can visit it over on the Discord. I'm also surprised these weren't flipped. I would have assumed you would have been able to buy the finals version over on the website, with the Grand Major ones being the special edition, but it is what it is. If you want the finals theming, you're gonna have to win this giveaway, and it does seem like this one more than likely either won't be sold or not sold at this moment, and you can only specifically buy the Grand Major version. Again, I'm quite surprised those aren't flipped. But hey, still cool nonetheless. If you wanted to check those out, I'll leave a link to it down below. There also is already the X2 version over on Pulsar's website. So if you don't want the finals version or you missed out on it, you can actually get the X2 CRAZYLIGHT medium gaming mouse over on Pulsar's website. It is currently 15% off, so if you want to check it out, you can. Links to everything in the description down below. Last up, of course, we do have those mentionables from my community, or we do have those mentionables from the Star Models page. First up here, we have one from Sinister, who says, vacation mode activated. Actually really nice. This one would pair very well for some Easter theming. Definitely should pull this one back out around then. Next up here, we have one from Trays. This is probably one of, if not the highest upvoted one I've ever seen. And he did the dissatisfied sports guy meme. This one looks fantastic, and I understand why it is so heavily upvoted. So very, very nice there, Trey. Third up here, we have one from Advance, who shows off the CNS Infiltration Agent. They gave off a code name here, Red Droid. Another fantastic one. We have a lot of huge hitters this one. Next up here, we have one from Golden Skull. Calls this one Fight Line. Definitely gives off like a Mirror's Edge style in my opinion. Super cool with that one. Again, love these purple effects at the bottom here. Last up but not least, we have one from Ty, who shows off the new version they've been running, the OPS Override bundle that just came out then, with a mix-in of a few other cosmetics. This one would be great for Valentine's Day. We have a ton of really cool theming for holidays in this one. Overall, that's about covered for today's video. If you enjoyed it, like and subscribe, and until the next one, deuces.